Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here for Spiegelmom Scraps Design Team, and I am going to be working with a couple of different collections. Actually, it's a sheet of paper from a Jen Hadfield collection and then some items from Whimsical. And I have to apologize that I accidentally deleted the footage of me stamping that background. You'll see the black different coffee cups. That is an Ink Road Stamps background stamp, and I use that to stamp across the center there of the layout. And then I bordered that with some washi tape and then strips from a Jen Hatfield paper that had all of those coffee cups. So I really apologize that you did not get to see that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will certainly try to answer them. So I am going to work on making a shaker, and I'm kind of making my own little coffee drink kind of with whipped cream on the top. And I'm just using some papers from the Paige Evans collection, and I'm using some thin transparency sheet to do my shaker. And then I really love these really thin dimensional strips that I get from Stampin' Up. They're foam adhesive strips, and they're really thin and they're easy to curve around a rounded space. So I love using those. I'm going to be using the beautiful Strawberry Tart mix to fill that top of that coffee cup kind of ephemera shaker that I'm making. And I love how the colors in this mix really work well with the colors in the layout. It has the pinks, some silver, the light blue, and it just works out perfectly, and I love how that looks. Now, to make the base or cup of that coffee cup, I am using one of the papers from the Horizon collection. I might have said Whimsical earlier, but it's actually the Horizon collection. And before part of my of the clip that I did happen to leave out or delete, I did back the photo with a couple of papers from that same collection, and I found that I needed something a little bit substantial for it to sit on, so I made a black banner for that. Now, I wanted to show you when I made the top shaker element, I traced one of my circle dies. So when I wanted to make a little bit of a trim around that, I went ahead and used the circle die that I had traced, and then the die that was just smaller than that, and used my new Tim Holtz Sidekick, which I was super excited to find it Tuesday morning, and made like a ring or whatever, like a circle ring. And that way, it was the perfect size to layer over that, over where the foam adhesive would have been showing. And that is only because I did use the same circle die to trace the top of that cup. And I'm so glad that it worked out that way. It just made it so easy instead of trying to cut one by hand, because let me tell you, I am not the world's best fussy cutter. In fact, I'm terrible at fussy cutting. I fussy cut all the time. I use what I cut, but I end up having to ink everything to be able to hide all of my flaws. So here I have adhered the cup there, and I'm just going to back it behind that little vase of flowers. I am scrapbooking a photo from Heather's Crafty Life retreat this past spring that was in Charlotte, and a few of us, I did a coffee run, and then some other girls ran on their own to do get coffee, but we decided to take a coffee picture with all of us and our Starbucks. So I decided to use this picture for this layout. I'm loving how it's turning out. And right there, you're seeing me use a piece of paper, and I just rolled it up to make my own little straw to add to that cup. And I used, it's a light blue paper from that Horizon collection. As you can see to the right, I do have the Horizon puffy stickers. I actually recently got those at Tuesday Morning, which I am so surprised about. That those would be in Tuesday Morning already, but I was super excited to be able to find those, and I am going to use one of the words from that collection or from that pack as part of my title. I struggled with the title, and in fact, this layout took me, I started it at the retreat, and I did not finish it until just recently because I was struggling with the title. And then finally I was scrapping with one of my friends, Jen, this past weekend, and she helped me, and we finally figured it out. So the title is going to be Life is Better with Friends and Coffee. And I absolutely love the title on this. I love how it looks. I love the different fonts and the different textures and the different layers. So I used the Friends from the puffy stickers. Coffee is kind of a puffy, no, it's foam. It's a foam thicker, and I believe I got those at Target, and I love the font of these. I wish I would have gotten a couple other sets of them. And then the ampersand is a Fisker's Punch that I have in my collection of punches. And then I cut out Life is Better out of black cardstock using some dies that I have in my stash. And actually, I believe I purchased those dies from AliExpress, and I want to say they were like $3 or $4 for them, but I really like the font of it. And then you'll find once I get the Life is Better laid down, I need to add width, but I'm struggling with what to do. I didn't want it to be bulky. I want it to be small. And what I end up doing is stamping with just a small alphabet stamp that I have, and just praying that I didn't screw it up, because here we are, the final stages of the layout, and I'm going to stamp directly on there. And I just am so thankful that I didn't screw it up. And so, like I said, in the end, it's going to say Life is Better with Friends and Coffee. You guys definitely should check out the shop. The June sequence releases were so amazing, so beautiful. I had a really hard time picking out which one I was going to use for this layout. But then when I ran across that Strawberry Tart, I knew that it would be the one I wanted. But some of my other favorites are Happy Vibes, Sweet Things. Oh my gosh, there's just so many that are just, Snippety Snip has some amazing little silver stars in there. Now, one of my favorites is Hannah's Pasture. I could go on, and I'm going to leave the link below so that you can go check those out. So in addition to the shaker pocket, I am going to add some sequins that will be scattered. I'm going to scatter some to the top left of the title. Shortly here, after I go ahead and get the rest of my title stamped, I'm going to fussy cut out no, that's not a fussy cut. Where is that from? I'm not sure. I thought I fussy cut that. I think that I did, actually. I fussy cut out a little to-go coffee cup. And I'm really sorry. I don't remember where I fussy cut that out of. But it was out of a pattern paper, I'm sure. And I am so sorry you hear my dog barking in the back, probably. Hold on one second. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so sorry. My dogs just went crazy barking at something that I really don't even know what they were barking at. Sorry for my headshot there. That's where I was stamping in the word with. And there you see how I've added the coffee cup. and then I'm going to start gluing everything down. And yeah, so basically when I'm gluing down sequins in any kind of sprinkling matter, I just put down all my little glue dots of where I think I'm going to be wanting to add them. And then I use my, I think it's a yes, it's the We Are Memories Keeper Quick Stick. And I use that, and I sometimes have to use my Tim Holtz pokey tool to help. Sometimes the sequin wants to keep coming up with my quick stick, and so I'll have to sometimes use the other hand and hold it down with the my Tim Holtz pokey tool or whatever. But like I said, I was kind of making this kind of look like steam coming out of the cup, and I'm going to add some more sequins kind of just scattered around the bottom right hand side of the layout, around the shaker, and then just a couple to the left of the layout. And that's going to be the end of the layout. I really had fun with this. I was stumped for such a long time with the title, but I absolutely love how it came together. I love the addition of black in this this layout. I really I'm loving the thin black border that I put around or behind the white cardstock. And then it did a nice thick frame of one of those Paige Evans papers from the Horizon collections that kind of has a lot of those patterns going on. But those colors really tied in well with the Jen Hadfield paper that I used with the coffee cups. So this was a super fun layout to create, and of course a super fun memory to document. And I'm so happy to get some of these sequins used on this fun layout. Definitely check out the shop. Like I said, I'll have the link below. You can get 15% off your entire order if you use my code TISA15, so it's TISA 15. If you have any questions, just give me a call. I would love to hear some ideas of how, you would like to see me use sequins, or just any criticism that you have, or constructive criticism, or what you like about the layout. I would love to hear your comments below, and I hope you all have a great evening. Bye, guys.